Hey guys, how's it going? It is September already, if you can believe it or not. I can't, so it's wild to me. I feel like summer just started and then we blinked and now it's gone. So if you're here, it's because you want to know what September has in store for us. So anyone who doesn't know, this is a pick a card reading where what you would do is pick a pile, either 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3, and from there you'll fast forward through the video, check out the timestamps below, and it'll bring you to your pile and your reading. So it's been a little while, so I'm just going to do a nice quick short little one so that we can see what September has to offer, and then I'll do some more videos coming up after that. So if you like to pick your pile based on stones and gems, then just you hang on a minute and I will throw some on there for you. So let's do it. All right, there we go. So we have some citrine here. Very, very pretty. And some red aventurine. And then in this bad boy, we have some, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is copper flecks in there. So this one is for copper. For some reason, the month of September and being, closer to fall, the colors that were yelling at me were kind of fall colors. So go ahead and pick a pile, whichever you're drawn to, and I'll see you at your reading. Hey, pile number 1. If you chose the citrine, this one is for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle to get a few more cards, and we will see what September has in store for you. If I can shuffle properly, hey? Okay, well, there we go. So we have here, anyone wondering, I don't typically read reversals, so that's why you'll see me flip them right side up. Some people do, and I don't, and that's okay, because the beauty of tarot is it's a little different for everyone, and when you're doing intuitive readings, then it's kind of just what you got. So what I see here for September for you, pile 1, is you guys you're hurting. Something is on your mind. Something is causing you pain and grief. Some of you, it may actually be literal grief. You may have lost someone or something. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be a thing, like a job, perhaps. So some of you are fighting with these feelings, and you really are. You're battling inside of yourself with the 7 of Wands. You want to get past this. You want to get going, but you are you're really struggling. But eventually, throughout the month of September, you're going to find yourself some inspiration, and success and happiness. There's some manifestation that's going to be happening. If there is something that you could work on, I would say that your solar plexus chakra, so right by your belly button, which to me, that's like your stomach area. So to me, it even more so reinforces the stress that you're really under. But it's time now to take charge of that. It's time to start building up your forces, and it will pay off with the Justice card. Whatever you've been battling and dealing with, it has been hard and lonely, and you have had to tap into your reserves, but it will pay off, okay? It's coming. Good things are coming for you. So let's get a few more cards here for the month of September for pile 1. What have we got going on? What are some key factors? So, okay, that is, well, we're gonna take it, I guess. So abundance. I did say abundance, right? I did. And health. Okay, so some of you might actually be struggling with your health, and that might be in like anxiety and grief, and that really affects your health. So be aware of that. Also, trust. Was your trust possibly broken? Gosh, this is beautiful. Okay, look at this. They coincide. Okay. Trust, you need to repair trust. It needs to be repaired. It doesn't mean that it needs to be repaired with somebody else. It's just within yourself. You need to trust yourself again. Something happened. It feels like you're blaming yourself, and it wasn't on you. Okay, this is just sometimes how things happen, which is unfortunate. But leading up to this point, you're going to have to repair trust. And let me be clear, like, this is something that you've already dealt with. It's not going to be necessarily popping up in September for most of us. Some of us it may, but for most of us, this is something that's already like in the past. Okay, so where we're at right now is the rebuilding, the discipline it takes to rebuild. I cannot accomplish, or let me try that again. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Hugely important. So you're going to set your mind on rebuilding and forging a new path. And at the end of the day, it's all going to work out as it should. And you'll be able to accept what happened much easier. Yeah, it's not always something that you can change, but it's going to work out. We're gonna iron it out, and September will be a month of focusing on that recuperation, harnessing the abundance, refocusing on our health and ourselves and our own wellness. So what else do we have in here for September? This one here, peace. Okay, yep, I feel that. Peace and safe travel. So while it does say safe travel, I'm not actually feeling like that's actual like physical travel. I feel like that's more so the journey that you're on for some of you. Well, for most of us, I guess. But for some of you, it will be an actual traveling situation. So there will be some travel in September for you. But for the majority of us, this is more so like the journey that we're on in search of peace. Okay, we've got these cards here, which are from a different deck. But for some reason, I just felt like they would be great to use. And we'll find out maybe a key word or two of prominent themes in September for you guys, pile one. And we'll see what happens there. Love. Okay, so again, I feel like this is more so a love for ourselves. We're going to find our love for ourselves. We're beating ourselves up right now, but we don't need to. What we're going to do is we're going to be on a journey of healing and recovering and recouping, and things will work out as they should, okay? And it's going to renew our sense of love for ourselves. You're going to forgive yourself, okay? It's okay. Whatever's going on, whatever happened, you need to forgive yourself and realize that you are worth forgiveness. You are worth loving, and I think that's beautiful. Pile one, I know this was a quick read, but this is a really rejuvenating energy for you guys, and I hope that you feel it. Keep in mind that for the majority of you guys, this pain is already in existence. And September is going to be about finding those building blocks to rebuild and reach our inner peace, okay? and forgiveness. And for some of us, that might mean forgiving somebody else. For the majority of us, it will be ourselves. So thank you so much, Pile 1. I hope to see you again soon in another reading. It's been so lovely getting back into this, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hey, Pile 2. This is for you guys here and what's happening in September. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw just a couple more cards to get an overall picture of what September has in store. And this is a shorter reading today. I just wanted to get this out for you guys, but we'll see what we got going on. Jeez Louise, hey? There's some energy in here. Just one would be good, hey? Okay, there we go. So, what have we got? You know, this is gonna be a good month, okay? So what I'm seeing here is right now we are kind of just complacent. We're not really this, not really that. We are. And we're kind of seeking that inspiration. We are not sure what our next step is going to be. Maybe we have some options. Maybe there's some projects that you want to work on, but you're having a hard time finding that inspiration, that creativity. And so the month of September is going to be bringing that to us. So in the Ace of Wands, you will find your creative energy that will motivate you to pursue those projects or that dream, or maybe even just a task that you've been putting off that, you know, it's not really like something you want to do, something that you're like, okay, why do I have to do this? But you're going to find the inspiration and the motivation to do so in September. And at the end of the day, it is going to pay off hugely. It's going to be a humongous relief. You'll feel great. You'll feel amazing. If it is just like a task for some of us, then you'll be thinking like, why did I put it off for so long? Why did I not do it sooner? For the others, that it's like some sort of project that you're pursuing, it will bring you great success. Okay, it will bring you abundance and success and satisfaction. Okay, so this is something that is definitely like kind of already like on the back burner, like in the back of your mind. And it's going to be a humongous relief when you are able to get that creativity. It's just going to come. It's going to flow. It's just, it'll be amazing. Everything that you've wanted. So let's find out some, okay, more success and judgment. So we might be kind of being hard on ourselves and judging ourselves a little bit right now, because we're kind of in this space of immobility, I guess I would say, and lack of inspiration. So judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So we need to learn to forgive ourselves and not judge ourselves. And only once we do that, that's when we are going to find success. And success, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So this success is going to be about love. You can see that here as well. It may be love for ourselves, oneself. It may be with a partner. Honestly, now I'm feeling like some of you might be pursuing somebody. So like you're kind of sitting and waiting here and you're like wondering, should I, shouldn't I? I'm nervous, and you're kind of waiting for the right moment. And in September, you will find that right moment and it will reward you greatly. Yeah, some of you that's really happening and coming up. So that is beautiful. Let's see a couple more here. In September, what have we got? September. Okay, well. Okay. Patience. We're in that kind of waiting mode right now. Indecision. Yep, we are in that waiting mode. Discipline. Okay. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So, we might be kicking ourselves. You know, we're not taking action when we want to, but ultimately it hasn't been the time up until now. So September is going to bring us that window of time where it is the right moment to pursue that task, project, or person for some of you. Let's see, what else is September going to bring us? Pile number 2. Where do we want to put these? I think here. I'd like one more. Sure. Justice. Okay. So, pile number 2. Knowledge, justice, and joy. So, it's like we knew that previously it wasn't the right time. Okay. And we know deep down that we shouldn't be beating ourselves up about it. We know inherently that the opportunity will present itself. I'm kind of like getting now that for those who may be pursuing a person or a relationship, they might currently be tied in with somebody, and someone in that relationship will find something out that will change the dynamic, and it will lead to the breakdown of that connection, which will then open a window for you. That's very specific, I guess, but it very much is coming through. For others, we do know that we have to make some moves. We know that we have to pick our feet up off the ground, and it's really what we owe to ourselves. It's not fair to ourselves to just sit and wonder when things are going to happen. It is in our power. We need to have the discipline in order to make things happen so that we will have great rewards. So I have here, this is a deck of cards from another sort of a book. It's not typical that I use these in my readings, but for some reason they were kind of singing to me. So we're going to grab a couple of these to find any underlying themes for the month of September. Bring it on. Okay, stagnation. Yeah, so that is the 4 of Cups. That's where you currently are. So it's not that this is where you're going to be in September necessarily. Like for most of us, this is where you currently are and where you've been struggling with some stagnation. And we have a flyer. And letting go. Yes. Letting go of the judgment that you have for yourself, okay? Letting go of the reservations that you have. And knowing that you have the power within yourself to get back up and try this new thing that you have been thinking about and wanting to do. And it's been a little nerve-wracking, but you have the power and you can do it. And September is going to bring that for you. So I'm so excited, you guys, for you. Amazing things are going to happen. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. And yeah, it's been lovely, and enjoy your September. It's full of greatness. Like, I mean, really look. joy, success, and tons of love. So bye guys. Have a good one. Pile three, here you are. What's going on? Let us find out. Okay, let me try that again. Pile three, how's it going? What's going on? Let's find out what September has in store for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle and get a few more cards for what's happening in September for pile 3. And we will go from there and find out. Pile 3. Okay. So, interesting. So right now we're kind of in a position where we're waiting on something. We're waiting on somebody to make a decision. And this decision is going to be, I feel like we're waiting for like a boss or someone at work to make a decision. Perhaps we're waiting to find out if we got a job, if we're getting a promotion. Maybe we made some mistakes and we're waiting to see on how they're going to proceed from that. I'm sensing a lot of like career aligned things happening in here. But ultimately what's going to happen is the decision might not go exactly as we had hoped. It will make sense to us, the reason why it went that way. We'll understand it, but it's not going to be what we had wanted. Like, for example, if we applied for a job and they said, no, you're not qualified. And like, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm not qualified. I just took a stab in the dark and wanted to see what would happen. But that's not where September ends. Okay, so September ends the Knight of Wands. There is a new beginning. Okay, something is coming for us. Something will be an opportunity will find us. Like, we won't have to seek it. So yeah, that opportunity will come to you and you'll recognize it when it comes. You'll know it when you see it. But right now we're kind of just waiting for that choice and decision to be made. Holy bananas. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we currently have some fear and guilt around how this is going to turn out. Like I said, some of us may have made some mistakes and now we're currently waiting to see what's going to happen from them. And we're a little bit afraid of what might happen, but ultimately you don't have to worry because peace will find you, okay? Like I said, that opportunity will come. So for the guilt, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So you're going to have to kind of release that. And also for the fear, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So for those of us that are on this career path, this thing that we're waiting for isn't necessarily something that we love doing. It's not something that we are passionate about. And so that is where the universe is coming in to kind of direct us where we need to go. And ultimately it will bring us peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. So we are waiting for that to come to us. So I do kind of think that we are going to just draw 2 more cards here. I'm very curious to see what's going to come. Empathy. Show some love for yourself. Know that you deserve better. and success. Okay? Not to worry. You're worried. Don't. Don't worry. It will happen, just in the way that the universe intends it to. Okay? So, yeah, you are waiting on something that is out of your control to be decided. And it could even be, some of us, it could even be a parent figure. Like perhaps some of us have found an opportunity, and we need to seek the guidance of our parent for that opportunity, and we're waiting to see like what that parent says. And it might be that they are going to, you know, come at it from a more logical standpoint, and we're coming at it from a more like emotional standpoint. And so it's not going to feel like a fair decision, but ultimately something else is going to come up that will work out for us. So not to fret, not to worry, not to fear. Do not fear. Put that fear aside. And we'll see what else we have here. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not gonna, no, let's try this again. Less sloppy this time. Okay. Here we go. What are you? You want to come out? Joy. Joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Beauty. One more, I think. One more. Passion. Let's fix this. Passion, 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 beauty, and joy. Okay. So, yeah. I had mentioned that something will present itself to us. It's because the King of Swords here, it's very, like, from an analytical standpoint, it's disconnected from the emotions of ourselves. So whoever's making the decision, they're not thinking about your emotions. They're thinking about their own perspective. And there is a beauty in understanding other people's perspectives. So we do have to recognize that. But ultimately, that is not your purpose, not your journey, not your path to be on, because the path that the universe is spelling out for you is something that you are more passionate about. Okay. For those of us who might be seeking some guidance from a parent or parental figure on something, we might feel like, no, this is really what I want, and I'm upset that it didn't go the way that I wanted. But in those cases, I'm definitely feeling that what you think is going to ignite that passion in you is actually, well, it will, but it's not the ultimate ignition. So there is something, it's basically, you're going to learn that you have a new passion. You're going to learn something about yourself where you're like, wow, I didn't really know that existed. And that actually seems really cool. And I can't wait for that. So something that you don't know is going to pop up. And it's going to be more along the lines of what you need. So these cards are from, they come with a book actually, and they, I don't know, I just kind of felt like pulling a few of them. So we'll see what we got. Okay. That's very interesting. You see that we got Judgment twice here. Okay. So the Judgment card is here twice. So we really are feeling like we are in the hot seat. And it's going to come down to some sort of person in a power position, an authority figure of sorts that which with the King of Swords, it does feel very much like a male energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a man, but a masculine energy definitely is something that they hold. So this masculine energy in this power position is going to be ultimately what dictates the position that we're in right now. But I'm really feeling another card here. Someone else, something else is coming forward. I want to say hi. Who is it? Passion. That is to reinforce that passion. You can't make this stuff up, okay? So it will seem unfair. It will seem like somebody is abusing their power, and it's not what you wanted. But ultimately, that is not along the lines with what is going to ignite that passion in you. So don't freak out, okay? So right now you are in this position of like feeling like you're in the hot seat. You're waiting for somebody else to make a decision that's going to affect your life in one way or another, be it big, be it small. It's different for each of us, but there is going to be somebody who is going to kind of knock us down from that once we realize what the decision is that they've made. But then we will ultimately find that it was for the best, because there is something else that is there for us. So this is beautiful, amazing. I love it so much. Pile 3, thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I hopefully plan to get some more out to you soon that are a little longer, but thank you for joining in for this little quick September reading. Yeah, I'll see you again soon. Thank you and enjoy. Bye, guys.